My favorite Pokemon music theme is very hard to answer considering Pokemon music is a huge aspect of my life, and I love so many tracks for many different reasons. But a track I'd like to share because I think it's super underrated is Lacunosa Town. People sleep on this track. It's upbeat and mellow at the same time. Happy, yet somehow somber. It's probably the theme I've listened to the most, especially since it's my alarm music.
My favorite Pokemon music theme is probably the intro to Sinnoh. It's Professor Rowan's lab. When you go in and it's like dun. It's a track that I use in my Evolution series. It is the ultimate welcome to the world of Pokemon bit of music. And Sinnoh has a lot of great tracks. I mean, it has the Lake Trio battle theme and the Cynthia's battle theme rocks.
Well, Pokemon music is something that's very near and dear to my heart, being a Pokemon remixer, and my favorite Pokemon music theme is Professor Rowan's Laboratory. I don't really have a specific reason as to why this one is so special to me. It just gives me chills every time I listen to it and leaves me with just so much emotion in my heart every time I hear it. It just reminds me of how great it is to be a Pokemon fan and how great Pokemon has made my life, all the way back from when I was a kid till now as an adult. It just really reminds me of how important Pokemon is to me, and I really appreciate it for that.
The Eterna Forest remix from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, you just enter the forest and you instantly fall in love with it. It's very delicate and innocent, and it just sounds so nice, and it just seems to, I don't know, just make you fall in love with the forest. It really does. I've actually stayed longer than I should have in the forest just to listen to the music more because it's so nice. And at the other end of the spectrum, I actually love Mirror B's music from Pokemon Coliseum. It's so upbeat and it just makes you dance, and I just love the whole Mexican vibe that it gives you. But I'm just such a big fan of these pieces of music, and I really hope they have something similar to Mirror B's music in a future Pokemon game that just gets you on your feet and it just makes you really enjoy the battle with Mirror B.
My favorite Pokemon music is a two-way tie between the two Mirror B battle themes from Coliseum and XD. The Coliseum one is so fun to dance to, like da 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 da. And then the XD one is like an intense, like melodic battle theme that I used to just like get into the Mirror B battles as a kid and just let it sit there without picking a move while I danced to the music.
My favorite Pokemon theme music would have to be Route 4 from the Kanto region. And I'm not going to say Red and Blue because it wasn't the best rendition of Route 4, but I think Fire Red and Leaf Green and the anime nailed it perfectly.
My favorite Pokemon music theme has definitely got to be Lavender Town. It's just spooky, and there's something about it when you walk into Lavender Town where you hear it and I got chills as a kid growing up. Yeah, I mean, people die in Pokemon. Sad. Oh, also, Team Skull's theme. That was the first Pokemon theme when it came out in Sun and Moon that I was like, is this really a Pokemon game? Do they really have this dope hip hop happening in the middle of a battle? This is so awesome, and just trying to be really hard when they're really not.
But Team Skull's theme is really cool. I've always really valued that. I did a song over that called Be the Best with Nerd Out Music, and I got to listen to that track a lot of times, and I always thought it was pretty cool. So that would be probably my favorite theme.
My favorite would probably be Goldenrod City's theme from the original Gold and Silver. Again, just as a nostalgia factor. Those are my first Pokemon games, and I spent so much time in Goldenrod because of Whitney and her milk tank.
One track that really stands out has to be the Gold Silver Crystal surfing theme. I heard it again, a few years ago after just not playing those games in a little bit, and I got really emotional. I can listen to that song for hours and hours on repeat. It's a beautiful track, and honestly, now I want to go listen to it again.
Ultra Necrozma's theme, as soon as you start that battle, you know immediately. I've never had that kind of immediate feeling of tension and almost fear and suspense of oh wait, this is a big one. This isn't just any boss battle, this is the boss battle of the Pokemon series. Absolutely fantastic. That is definitely my favorite Pokemon theme.
When I think about this question, the first thing that pops into my mind is the Driftville song, but that might be just because of the meme and not because that's my favorite. So I actually wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head.
The greatest Pokemon theme in all of Pokemon is da, 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 da.
definitely the battle music between your character and Silver back in the Generation 2 games. I thought that music was fantastic. It's filled with a lot of nostalgia for me. And then for an area, definitely Route 209 in Sinnoh. It's so awesome. A lot of people really like the beginning of it, but I think the best part actually comes after that with like the light piano and stuff once you've been there a little bit. That is definitely the best part of it.
My favorite music theme from Pokemon overall, I'd say, is Route 209. It's not a music theme that I fell in love with when I first played the games. It's one that I listened to several months ago in full and realized, wow, this theme's amazing. I'd say it's like the music theme from Pokemon that I feel like would best describe me going on my own Pokemon journey. I think it's also the one that I enjoy listening to the most. For some reason, the Ferry Terminal theme from the Alola games really gets to me. I don't know what it is. It's just one that I find myself just searching up on YouTube if I'm feeling down or if I want to take a break from something and just listening to it for whatever reason. I don't know what it is.
It has to be Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Game Corner music. It's absolutely incredible. The Game Corner music is always something that I've loved. I think the first time I heard it in the original games, I was so young when I first played those, but for the most part, I didn't play with sound on a lot. When I heard it, I was like, wow, this is incredible. This is clean.
My favorite Pokemon music theme, well, I really love the trainer battle theme from Pokemon X and Y. I think it's the most refreshing and badass of Junichi Masuda's more recent battle themes. It's constantly shifting tonally. It's super chromatic. The heavy rock feel really drives home the urgency of the battle. And my favorite version of the song is from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
My favorite Pokemon music theme, hands down, has to be the Black and White credits theme. I just love how heroic and grandiose it sounds. Eterna Forest is also a super underrated, relaxing piece, and I could go on and on. I just love all Pokemon music out there.
One of them would be the Kalos region theme. There's just something so bombastic as it begins. It's just got such a great opening, and it just helps bring the feeling of beauty from the Kalos region to life. Next one would probably be the Alola region theme from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now this theme, it's just so happy and it just carries the feeling and the themes of the Polynesian influences of the Alola region. Another one would be the theme when you're playing against a gym leader in Pokemon Black and White and you get to your last Pokemon. And it just changes from the general gym leader theme to this new theme, which just shows that things are really, really gonna go down.
A really underrated and underappreciated track, in my opinion, is the Sky theme from ORAS. There are two different versions of this. One is a more light piano version. The other one is just, it captures the vibe when you are able to fly on a Latios, Megalatios, Magalatias, blah, blah, words.
The first thing that came into mind was the rival from Pokemon Black and White 2. Is Hug? I don't know how you say it, but his rival theme is just so iconic to me.
Being basic, I would say the champion battle against Blue. But when it comes to what I think is the most underrated music, I would say Panolia Town at nighttime. I don't really hear people talk about this much, but I just love how different it is to the day theme. When Pokemon first added day or night themes, the night themes for the most part would just be slowed down versions of the day themes. But in this case, it sounds like an entirely different song. When I first heard it, I think I just sat in the town for about half an hour listening to it. I was so amazed at it, honestly.
I'd say my favorite one, at the top of my head, is probably Anasur City from Pokemon X and Y. I really enjoyed, the kind of, chill vibe I get from it, I guess.
Probably Lily Cove, because the elegant theme and the tones of the theme just fit with the city very well, and it's also just a great listen. I actually have it on my phone, and I listen to it every now and then when I'm trying to fall asleep, just because it's so soothing and elegant. There's also Evergrande City's theme, which has got a very upbeat and happy-go-lucky kind of theme, which is great because it signifies, that you're close to the end of the game, and Evergrande, of course, is near to the end, right next to Victory Road. And one last one that I have to talk about is Litterroot Town, because, my god, that is the best, starting town theme I've ever heard.
My favorite piece of music from Pokemon has to be
in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, Route 216. That's the route with the little rest stop in the snowy area where it just starts so calm and you get the feeling of the snow around and everything. And then you just get this super kick-ass upbeat track that just makes me so happy to be playing the game. It's definitely one people should love so much more than they do.
I have too many favorites. For battle themes, Kanto Champion is my favorite, but specifically the Fire Red and Leaf Green variant. The first 15 seconds or so of that are quite literally music to my ears. I love the Chiral/Kahuna theme. It's the perfect balance of a theme that's really tense but exciting at the same time. My favorite version of that would be Ultra Sun and Moon's credits. Listen to it, seriously.
I have a music theme that is my go-to answer for this, and I would say Join Avenue from Black and White. I think Join Avenue really is it's so upbeat. It's such a positive thing. It's such a well-constructed track. I really like it a lot, but aside from Join Avenue, I would say probably almost any Champion theme. It really sets the tone. Like when you step into that room and you realize this is the culmination of everything you've been playing towards. Everything that you've been attempting to do and accomplish is here and now in this moment. I think those are the songs that I end up randomly, as I'm walking through Walmart or as I'm driving down the highway or just doing laundry or whatever. Those are the themes that always come to mind, and it just gets really, really intense, and you just start humming and singing along with it. And I don't know, I would say Join Avenue is my initial answer, and then anything after that has to come behind Champion themes because they're just amazing. Oh, and Mount Pyre. Mount Pyre's theme is phenomenal.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and a big thanks to all the wonderful Poketubers that participated. Please make sure to check out part 5, which I released today as well, and make sure to check out the description to understand more about this project and the YouTubers that I interviewed. Of course, subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a like to show your support for this series. Bye!